Final project. So you have a chapter quiz for every chapter in the textbook, but your final exam is a cultural exploration assignment. So as you see here on the screen, if you click on this folder, it will have all the information that you need to do for this project. In this project, you will examine a culture on campus that is unlike your own. You may not be part of that group that you choose. So if you play hockey, you can't choose the hockey team. Or if you are in theater on campus, you can't choose the theater or the dance production if you dance team if you are on the dance line. I would not like you to examine ethnicities. So I don't want you to look at different ethnicities on campus. You are looking for different cultural groups that are on campus. You may choose from a fraternity, a sorority, different student groups, athletic teams that most people are unaware of. So not basketball, football, things like that, but like the swim team, the fencing team, different organizations and different groups that most people are not very aware of. And you can find a list of the different groups and athletic teams on the YSU website. So how do you do this? You will click on this How to Do the Cultural Exploration Project. In here, it tells you exactly what you need to do. Like I said, I want you to choose a group unlike yourself, maybe the band or cheerleaders. So in this, you will be answering the who, what, where, when, and why questions. Who is this group and its members? What differentiates this group from other groups? Where do you find the group on campus? Maybe if it's a fraternity, maybe they have a fraternity house. If it's a certain type of team, maybe they work out a lot in a certain building on campus. When was the group established and why was this group created and why is it important to the campus and why should this group be explored and examined? You will submit not a paper, but it will be a PowerPoint presentation answering the questions above in depth. So on this PowerPoint presentation, I expect to see pictures of this group, pictures of maybe their logo or them doing some of their activities. But also, I expect you to be answering the questions in brief phrases within bullet points. So, the PowerPoint presentation requirements, it will be a narrated. So, on your PowerPoint, you will have bullet points, but you can say much more than what's on the bullet points. I don't want you to simply read your PowerPoint to me. So, for example, I might have bullet point, swim team, establish 1915. What I might verbally say is back in 1915, there were a group of students who decided that they really wanted to invest in a swim team. So that's when the swim team became founded on YSU's campus. So notice my bullet point is just a few words, but what I say is much more in depth and explains what that bullet point means. I can read a PowerPoint. I want to hear what you have to say. So you're kind of giving a PowerPoint speech presentation per se. So you will create a narrated 8 to 10 slide PowerPoint report on your group. You will cite the info on your slides in APA style. So if you have cited information, I need to see in parentheses the citation that goes at ysu.com is where I got that information from. You will create a 4 to 6 minute narrated PowerPoint presentation. I will stop watching at 6 minutes and 30 seconds. This is not how much information and how long I can speak, so then it seems like it's a great presentation to Miss Jackson. No, I want you to be clear and concise. I'm not looking for an 8 hour PowerPoint presentation, and I know you don't want to give an 8 hour presentation. 4 to 6 minutes long. You may have narrated audio behind your timed PowerPoint if you're very good on PowerPoint and doing the different apps that are there. Or you may record using WebEx or Zoom or YouTube or any other platform that I can clearly see the slides and hear you. You must orally cite your references while you present. Do not just say them all at the end of your presentation. So while I'm speaking in that example before, according to YSU.com, there were students on campus in 1915 who decided to have a swim team. For your PowerPoint, you will need a title slide. That's not included in your 8 to 10. You will need an introduction, a brief introduction of your speech and what you will cover. Then you will answer the questions 1 through 5 that were above in depth. You must also cite 3 concepts or theories from the textbook that help to discuss your chosen group. So we've talked about a lot of different intercultural concepts in this textbook that we have. So pick a few that go along with your group. You may not use concepts from chapter 6. Please cite your concepts within your PowerPoint using APA format. You must use at least 3 sources. The YSU website can be one source, your textbook is a second source, and then you can use one more outside source. If you can't find an outside source, you can always define something. That uses a source as well. But anyway, so going on, and then you need a conclusion to summarize your given information. So today we looked at the swim team. I've gone over the who, what, where, when, and how of the swim team, and I feel like everyone should go out and watch a swim meet at least at one time or another before they graduate from YSU. A clear summarization of your information. Your references will be on another slide, which is not included in your 8 to 10 sources. In 8 to 10 slides. Your references will be correctly formatted in APA citation in alphabetical order. So again, your intro slide will be an extra slide and your reference slide will be an extra slide. So technically speaking, you are doing a 10 to 12 PowerPoint slide, but 8 to 10 will be your actual paper and presentation. Not paper, but presentation. You will use bulleted points while you narrate the information. So that means do not just read the bulleted point. I just went through that. Explain the bulleted point. This is worth 50 points. This is considered your final, and it's due finals week no later than Thursday, August 14th. Notice it's not Sunday. It's due Thursday, August 14th. Please contact me if you're having any issues, any problems, any concerns. I will not entertain any issues, problems, and concerns at Thursday, August 15th at 11:40 p.m. That's too late to have begun working on it and starting on it. If you get onto it and start working and getting it done, and you have questions prior to Thursday, August 14th at 11:45 p.m., then I'll answer your questions and try and help you get through. I will not accept late presentations. And this is because I have to grade this and get this in and get your grades in so that you can have your grades on time. So get started now. Any technical difficulties at the last minute will not be an excuse. Technical difficulties that are found early on, we can work on them and try and get you covered and get everything done. But you're not turning it in because of a technical difficulty at the last minute will not be excused. You will